Hey friend, Mike Robertson here, and over the last couple of days I've gotten some fantastic questions as it pertains to the squat. So if you missed it, I did a short mini series about squatting for basketball players. Why we squat, the squat variations that we use, and how we program the squat at different phases in the off season. So veering off from that topic just for a couple of days, I want to talk about the deadlift. And the question today was very simple, but maybe not straightforward. That was, what deadlift variations do you feel are best, just in general? And I'm going to give you a very loaded answer here because I think it really depends on the client or athlete standing in front of you. So I'm going to give you 3 different variations based on who you work with. If you train powerlifters, there's no way around it. They need to deadlift with a straight bar, generally either in a sumo stance with the feet out very wide or in a conventional stance with the feet closer together. Which one you choose is largely based on comfort. It's based on where you're strongest and maybe any injuries that you may need to work around. So let's just say if you're going to deadlift in a powerlifting meet, you have to do a conventional or sumo. That's easy. For most of my Gen Pop clients or for my athletes, I'm going to err on the side of caution, right? Their goal is not to deadlift the most weight possible with a straight bar from the ground. The goal is to enhance some element of their performance. For an athlete, maybe it's their horizontal power or their vertical power. They're trying to build general levels of strength. Same for our Gen Pop clients. Maybe they just want to get a little bit stronger. Maybe they want to shed some body fat. So in most cases, I'm going to try and progress them to a trap bar deadlift. The great thing about that variation is, number one, it gets them off the ground a little bit. So it puts their back in a little bit more favorable position. They don't need quite as much hip mobility. And in general, they just feel a little bit more confident deadlifting from a little bit higher up than they would if they had to deadlift with a barbell. So that's my second answer, trap bar deadlift. But a lot of our clients, especially our elderly clients or people that have not been in a weight room for a good portion of their lives, trap bar might seem a little bit overwhelming. It might even seem scary to them at first. So for these clients, what we're going to actually do is start with a kettlebell deadlift. And in a lot of cases, we're going to do a kettlebell elevated deadlift. So we're going to put it up on a low box or series of boxes. And the great thing about the kettlebell is you can lift as little as 8 to 12 pounds. So a trap bar, again, can be kind of scary. It might be overwhelming to see 60 plus pounds plus whatever additional weight you have on that bar. I mean, 80 pounds right off the bat could be very scary to somebody who's never been in a gym. So that's where we'll start with a kettlebell deadlift. It gets them off the floor. The weight is not intimidating, it's not scary, and they can learn how to deadlift in a safe and effective manner without that fear of potentially getting injured. So, loaded question, loaded answer, but hopefully that gives you some insight as to the different variations that we use and why I might choose one deadlift variation over the other.